Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and welcome to the Amateur Otaku podcast. How's everybody doing out there? Brandon, Monkey D. Braffy here, joined by the amazing Mad Dog Isaac and Jamie. What's up, guys?
Ooh, doing
Butt
good.
cheeks.
Excited to be here. A lot of great anime.
Thank you for being excited, Jamie, for the reason that we're here and not screaming butt cheeks like a maniac. But it's gonna happen. I do have to break the ice right away because Didge just dropped this in the chat, and I gotta say, Didge, you're not wrong. He's excited for. He says on the chat, Kaiju Number 8 supremacy. I gotta say, he ain't wrong because people ain't ready for this one. And our good friend Mike is screaming for Lazarus, which I am gonna say, can't blame him. It is one of the best. It is one of the best. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna keep going with the comment.
How hilarious.
Well, Arc Winner in the chat prediction: Isaac's most hype anime for 2024 is Spy Family Cult Wife for the Yor. That is probably true, and he will be stepped
it's my
on.
most anticipated movie, so he's somewhat right.
Mike in the chat, hello, fellow otakus. I'm currently locked in the weird eyeball cube. Well, at least you have good company because
At least you got the internet.
Satoru Gojo is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
What is up, Leo Giggly Goods, my brother?
Good.
So, guys, it's been a while since I've been here. I'm sorry that I've been sick and fighting for my life in survival. But no, I'm doing good. I'm feeling better. Still a little congested, but watched a lot of stuff while I was away. Read a little bit as well. I am finally watching season 2 for Ancient Magus Bride, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. But I think the biggest thing here in terms of anime that I've watched, which I don't know if y'all have watched, is that I finally watched Fully Cooley Grunge. And I enjoyed it quite a bit.
3D animated, the recent one?
Yes. It's on Max. So, and funny enough, Max, I don't know if it's everywhere in the world, but at least in the States, but Max has Fully Cooley Grunge and Fully Cooley Shoegaze, which I found it very interesting because the only 3D CGI one is Grunge. Shoegaze goes back to regular animation. So very interesting decision there. But Grunge apparently is a prequel for the entire Fully Cooley franchise. But then again, those that know Fully Cooley know that every single season is a different entry in the anthology known as Fully Cooley. So it's not like an actual linear story. The only common thread is Eno, Atomsk, and of course, Harumi Haruka, and the Vespa. And of course, the music of the Pillows, which I think the music from the Pillows is really the real uniting factor of Fully Cooley because they are amazing. But yeah, I enjoyed Fully Cooley Grunge quite a bit. Shoegaze, I'm halfway through. But I still gotta get caught up with a lot of other anime. Right now, I'm watching the one anime made in the US that nobody wants to admit is an anime, even though everybody knows in their heart it's an anime. And that is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
I'm getting ready. I am getting yes. Mike, you're not wrong. Haru, my beloved, you are not wrong. Funny enough, she's a two-timing person, but I'm sorry. Those that have watched Fully Cooley know what I'm talking about. I have a question. Isaac, would you mind being stepped on by Harumi Haruka from Fully Cooley? Did you say?
I said both, so you know what I mean by that.
Oh boy. And this is, of course, a very good. Didge, you have no idea.
Welcome to the channel.
Welcome to the channel. But yeah, it's amazing.
All day long.
I'm enjoying Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've always watched a lot of episodes throughout my life, and I knew that it existed. And it's funny, I know how interesting and good it is, but I've never really sat down and watched it and actually thoroughly watch it and enjoy it. And I'm really enjoying it quite a bit. I finished book 1. I am probably 25% into book 2. I'm trying to get my entire series binge through, so I'm ready for February when Avatar: The Last Airbender comes out in on Netflix. So very excited. Finally getting close to Bossing Say after hearing about this city my entire life.
There is no such thing as Bossing Say. Or there's no war in Bossing Say. That's what it is.
I guess I'm going to find out. Arcwinder, do not tell me what to do. I'm probably going to do it anyway. I'm going to watch it. I'm a completionist. I cannot not watch it.
I like Korra. It has its flaws, but Korra's still cool.
Hey, it's more Airbend. It's more Avatar stuff, which is always good.
That's
More
true.
is good. Okay, we are. Thank you, Mike. Okay, we're not going to be fighting about Avatar. And yes, Leo. Yes, Leo. It's my first time actually sitting down and watching the whole thing. Like, you know how when you're a kid, you watch little episodes here and there. That's what I've known of Avatar. Like, one day I was in my room, I put on Nickelodeon, and they were playing the final episode against the battle against Osai. And I really enjoyed it. But of course, I didn't know how it led to that. I was just to keep watching. Oh my God, he's awesome. He's like a mutant. That's pretty much what my thoughts were. It was a really weird Marvel movie for me at the moment. But yeah, that's what I've been watching. That's what I've been doing with my life. Jamie, anything exciting in the anime front or gaming front in your life? What's going on with you?
Yeah, anime wise, I've been watching Delicious in Dungeon. A new episode actually
That
came
show
out
is
today.
interesting and fun. It
I
is
like it.
fun.
It's
Yes.
kind of funny today. Like the episode is more like based around like exploring the dungeon, a little bit more action. And I was like, bro,
Nice.
where's the food? I want to see them cook something.
Yes.
But they did end up cooking at the end. But it was
Yes.
funny because I'm like, damn, this is
They
probably
find
the
a
one
way
time
to
in
go
anime.
back to the kitchen.
Yeah, like this is probably
Yes.
the one time watching a show where I'm like, bro, go back to the kitchen. I want to see what you're cooking.
That's how you know that you've reached a level of adulting. That you're that you know what I mean? Like you find little things and you start thinking to yourself, man, what if I can cook that monster? Does my neighbor really love his cat? You know what I mean? Like you're starting to see things to survive. So great. So great.
But yeah, I definitely recommend it if y'all haven't started Delicious in Dungeon or are looking for more of a like a I don't know. I can't necessarily say feel good because there's still like some violence, but I enjoy it. It's like my wind down anime,
Yes.
at least for right now. We'll see what happens later on in the season.
Yes.
But I've been watching
the dynamic between the characters is very fun too.
Yes. It's very interesting. But I've been watching that. I've been watching some anime that we'll actually be talking about here later. Soul Leveling and Metalic Rouge. Been watching those. Been enjoying those.
Nice.
Yes, Didge did mention. Gotta talk about Freyrin. Oh my god, man. Oh my gosh. We did a. Go ahead.
No, go.
We did a preview on Freyrin here on the channel.
Yes,
if y'all haven't seen Freyrin, go check out the preview. We have, I want to say we did spoiler free and spoiler preview. And I was like, Freyrin's cool. I'm like, I'm digging it. I'll check it out. And then like the whole season passed by, and so I finally have come back to it. I'm like, oh my god. Why wasn't I watching this? Freyrin is so good.
I've been finding I'm in a weird place where I'm trying to go back to shows like that one that is so good. But because I have the Viz app, I'm debating on whether or not to just read it or go to the anime. Because I feel that I read and digest. I don't have enough time to do anything. So I find that I enjoy it a lot more just reading it and enjoying it. But yeah, Freyrin's been there. Like I feel you. I need to do it.
Good.
As I said in the previous stream, I changed my mind so much on the Fear, and when I continue to watch it, that I'm waiting for the first 3 volumes coming to my door.
Mike in the chat says Crunchyroll literally told us it's their best fall show, and you didn't believe them. You
Me
as a lot of people, Mike.
Yeah, like come
Yeah,
on
you as a
now.
lot of people, Mike. I haven't heard you talking about Frieren, so come on.
That's
don't be
right.
tripping.
You go ahead, tell him, Brandon. Tell him.
Damn it.
Get him.
Coming out sideways.
But no, I feel like Crunchyroll is definitely right. It is one of their best anime, and I don't think that it got the hype that it should have deserved. I will give a shout out to Didge. Didge, he has been talking about Frieren. He's like, like it's really good, and I'm like,
Didge be representing
okay,
it.
cool. I'm like, I went back to it. I'm like, you know what, Didge was right. I was asking him. I like caught up so much. I'm like, Didge, what episode are you on? Like, I need to talk about this.
So is it still ongoing right now, or
it's gotten into the second core, right? I think the second core aired or is airing right now. I want to say. I'm on episode like 13, and usually anime seasons are around like 12 to 14, and I know there's 16 episodes out or something, so I think they're into the second core now. But yeah, it's very good. Definitely,
we got time to get caught up and
yes,
reassemble our lives and make them mean something.
Once you're hooked, it takes no time at all to catch up. It's very good.
Okay.
What else have I been watching?
Ooh, Ditch over here telling us new episode tomorrow. Okay, bet. Okay, bet.
Outside of those, I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I have been continuing my journey with Naruto. It's been a minute since I've given an update. I'm watching.
So where you at right now?
Right now they are Naruto and Kakashi and Sakura are looking for Itachi because they're like, oh, if we find Itachi, we'll eventually find Sasuke. And they're like very close to Sasuke, but they haven't interacted with Sasuke yet. Sakura walked past Karin, and that's been about it. So I'll have to see what happens in the next couple episodes, but I think somebody's gonna see something in the next couple of episodes. I know that for sure. But I've been catching up with Naruto, and then I've also been watching Evangelion. I'll probably finish Evangelion in like a weekish or so. Me and my brother, it's like our weekend watch.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
Remember to watch End of Evangelion.
So the question is this: are you watching? You're watching the OG?
Yeah.
Bet. See, it's good. I'm glad that you're doing this because now once you watch it and then you watch End of Evangelion and you have no idea what to do with your life because you have no idea what ending to accept, we should figure it out, get together and watch the reboot. Because I've been wanting to find a reason to watch the reboot, which is not a show per se. It's movies with additional characters, additional content. And I think they're all on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
So we can try and figure that out and watch them because I've been wanting. You know how it is when you're so busy that you have to find an excuse to watch things to justify the time investment.
Unfortunately,
then again, I watched Oppenheimer twice in the last 2 weeks, but time.
I still need to watch Oppenheimer. I'm not gonna lie.
So you gotta find yourself an excuse.
Oh, you know what I am going to go see? Mike actually dropped it down in the chat. They're doing limited showings for the Cowboy Bebop movie, so I'm going to go see that on Sunday.
Go watch it. It's so good.
I'm excited. I haven't seen it before, so I'm excited.
For those that haven't seen the Cowboy Bebop movie, Isaac and I covered Cowboy Bebop, and we also covered the movie. So we'll make sure to add in the description. We'll add the link to that archive episode.
Or I can just publish it as a legacy episode.
Whatever you want to do with your own time, Isaac. No, that sounds like a good idea. But the biggest thing is, for those that love Cowboy Bebop, know how that series ends. If you want to find more time with the Bebop crew, that movie is actually a great great entry. It's similar as Full Metal Alchemist: The Sacred Star of Milos, which is not something that takes place after the series, but something that can be considered another adventure that happened and could be canon. So
okay,
it's pretty fun. Cowboy Bebop is fun. That's awesome. So if you go see it, is that like during this weekend or?
It's gonna be Sunday. Yeah.
So if you do watch it, let us know what you thought next week.
I will. Yeah, I definitely will. I'm excited.
Awesome. Isaac, what are you doing with your free time in anime? What have you been watching, man? What you got going on?
I'm mostly reading.
What are you reading?
Where do I start? I am trying to keep up with Kaiju. I am reading Spy Family. I am reading Chainsaw Man. I'm reading Oshi No Ko. I'm reading Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm obviously reading One Piece, if you're up to speed, I will be shocked if you don't agree with me when I say Kuma is the motherfucking MVP in this arc.
Of course. I mean, the spoilers for those that are not caught up with One Piece. Jamie, I know you're a good sport, so I know you're gonna hang on there. Kuma has been the MVP for the longest time, but yes, during the current Eggland arc, which I am amazed that they're already animating this so quickly. My mind is blown. Like they literally had only 3 to 4 weeks of break after Wano ended, and they're already doing Eggland, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about this because it's one of the animes that's most anticipated for 2024.
Yeah.
Is One Piece Eggland arc. But yes, Kuma is the MVP, but also Bonnie and her story and how it links to Kuma.
Yeah.
And the debate is whether or not Kuma is going to survive all this. And whether he does or doesn't matter, because he is definitely impacting and leaving his mark in the world of One Piece. And
you're not wrong. And also Jujutsu Kaisen is insane right now, and especially if what people are theorizing will happen next chapter, and it just
that we got to keep close to this. We can't talk about it.
No.
But at least with One Piece, we have the excuse that is so further in the future that is not really a spoiler if you're not following.
Let me say that
it's not that far off, so we shouldn't spoil.
Let me just say that the manga, if it happens what people suspect happens next upcoming chapter or so, if you're an anime only that follows Jujutsu Kaisen, be aware for spoilers, I say.
Oh, I think the spoiler warning for JJK manga has been clear and apparent for the last 15 chapters. So ever since the big thing happened, it's trust me, everything is a big spoiler warning. Now I am going to say this. How do you feel about it becoming a bi-weekly title? Because they changed it officially to bi-weekly in the last 3 months. They haven't been releasing weekly for a while. And I don't think it's just because of the holidays. I think they're stretching it out on purpose.
There is no chapter next week, so it's probably going bi-weekly.
Yeah.
And honestly, knowing what considering what I know for the considering how Gege loves to do cliffhangers in his chapters.
Yes. He's been doing cliffhangers consistently, yes. But then again,
especially this one.
Yeah. I mean, lately it's been so good. Jujutsu Kaisen has been very good.
Also,
those I've been reading have been. But Kaiju number 8 is not staying behind though. Kaiju number 8's been fire.
Gege is the one, the master of that. I'd argue, And also,
JJK is not that dark. I didn't feel anything in season 2.
Sorry,
I wonder.
Eisen, but I have to disagree.
Eisen, I don't know if you're saying this because all your emotions were destroyed because of season 2, or if because you really didn't feel nothing. Please clarify.
But also, without going into details, I do think, or I do feel at least, Spy Family is in its endgame. Honestly, there has been too much right now that doesn't feel endgamey. That it does feel endgamey. That.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man. I mean, it's one of those things that I'm not surprised, especially now that he's dedicating a lot of time to Blade of the Moon Princess as well, because he's working on that other book, right?
And I have the first volume of it.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised that it's and anybody that knows that he doesn't really like Spy Family.
Yeah,
but he's giving him all the money, which I find it pretty hilarious. Isaac, so I am gonna say, since you mentioned the list of manga that you're reading,
also,
you might, if you want to read.
I'm watching. I'm catching up on. I'm watching Metalic. The one I'm watching is One Piece currently, and I'm giving Pluto a shot.
Which one?
Currently, Pluto.
It's on my list.
I need to come back to it. It's like it's one of those anime where I feel like the first time you watch it, you're like, I don't know what I just saw, but then the second time you watch it, you're like, oh.
So, it sounds like Akira. Sounds like that kind of anime. Like Akira, you have no idea what's going on with life. But I don't know what this means, but I'm a little. Are you okay, Mike? Is everything okay?
Have you? Did you see the second season?
I have not. I have not seen it.
That's the opening for season 2.
Oh, for the second core?
No, season 2 as a whole. No. Sorry, the Shibuya incident arc.
Yeah,
which is technically the second core. Yeah.
Ugh, sorry, brain freeze.
Okay, fair enough. Mike, that is binging. So I don't know. The length doesn't matter when you binge. That's the point. Length is not an issue.
I agree. I mean, aren't you able to binge a Marvel show, and those are close to an hour?
See, I don't like to provide positive reinforcement to Isaac, but I have to agree with him. He has a point, Mike.
Well, I'll say, to Mike's defense, even though the length isn't really the issue.
Him.
It happens every once in a while. But
just like I don't like to give positive reinforcement to Isaac, you have to. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Pluto is like a very dense show.
Fair enough.
See, It's funny he mentions this because I binge Breaking Bad and enjoy it, but I don't think I like Better Call Saul. I think I don't find it doesn't hook for me. And it has nothing to do with the performances because they're great. But there's something about the show that it just doesn't click for me. But I'm probably going to finish it because I'm a completionist. But guys, I think it's time to get on with our show, right? We've done the thing. We've talked about the things that we watch, but we brought you all here for a special thing, and it's because we're going to talk about the most anticipated anime of 2024, or at least the first couple of months. These are the animes that have officially been announced for the first part of 2024 that we know of, that are coming, that are on their way, that we are excited about. We appreciate Mike putting a list together, and we are going to go through this list with y'all, uno por uno, one by one. I don't know any more languages, so I can't do it anymore. So let's get on with it. Let's do this thing. And the first one, it's easy. I don't think we have to talk a lot about it because you guys actually talked about it at length to a degree.
Also,
on
before
the
we
last
start,
one,
I forgot to mention one thing about Feren. It still is, as of right now, on the top highest. It's ranked number 1 on my anime list. And yes, I'm watching it right now. Also, I forgot
nice.
about that, but it's still ranked number 1 and haven't
for you, man.
dropped since.
I think
It's
I'm gonna
very
read
good.
it. I think I'm gonna read it. It looks
very
exciting.
good.
So the first one, which you guys talked at length last time, is Solo Leveling.
Also,
Which
shout out to Crunchyroll for sending Mike the very cool. I think it was Kazuga's Blade of
it's a dagger or something.
Dagger of Darkness, something like that. It was a cool knife. Thank you for the gift.
I don't know why, but
We
I'm
haven't seen
waiting.
the anime,
I'm
so I'm
waiting
like,
for
I'm
that
trying to remember.
picture. I'm waiting for that close up of Mike cutting carrots and he's using the Solo Leveling knife because you got to eat your vegetables.
Mhm.
So
Venom Fang.
Venom Fang.
Darkness
So-
Venom Fang.
So yeah, so Solo Leveling, it's already out. I think it's on episode 3 now.
It
Do we
will
finally
be
know
on
what happened
Saturday
after the whole thing, or no?
I think we're up to level
It's out on
2.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're not even
Did I say
okay.
level
So
2?
everybody's caught up with us for what we saw.
Yes.
See, I'm gonna say this, and Crunchyroll, you know, nothing against you guys. It's not your fault. But those first 2 episodes really don't tell us nothing. they kind of tell us how the world works. And unless you're really thinking, you can't see beyond that because you get a cliffhanger right at there. But at the same time, it's like, damn it, I wanted to know what's going on. So I'm assuming that he in this world where nobody can level up, he gets the ability to level up. That's pretty much what it is, right?
Yeah, I feel like
Here's a brief synopsis of Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling is a manhwa, which is a Korean comic, written by Shu Gong about the adventures of Sung Jin Woo, a weak hunter in a world of monsters and dungeons. In this world, hunters are human warriors with supernatural abilities who must battle monsters to protect humanity. Jinwoo is defeated by monsters in a high-ranking dungeon, but uses a unique system to resurrect and level up. In other words, he found a big batch of Phoenix Downs. His quest is to become the strongest hunter, S rank, and conquer. See, I would have loved that the first 2 episodes would tell me why it's called Solo Leveling, but they don't. But apparently we're going to find out now in episode 3 when it comes out. But no, apparently this is like the biggest Korean comic ever.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's like the best-selling Korean comic ever. Which why it's a big deal that it's coming out, and I'm really excited, and I do like the concept, right? Because apart from the fact that it does have a Sword Art Online feel to it, in my opinion, even though Sword Art Online for me is more entertaining. I do like the idea of him. This is how he is distinguished from everybody else, that he's able to level up. But then again, it makes me think, should I care about what happens to these characters? Is this a real world? Is it a digital world? How does he keep rebooting? Why do we have a menu screen at the end of the second episode? Is this a Matrix? Like, all these things don't make sense. I kind of want to know if it is overly complicated, or it's just that this world is weird, or are we going to find out at the end that it was all a simulation and this kid is just playing a really bad Xbox RPG? I don't want that to be what happens at the end. But then again, it's popular, so hopefully there's an actual awesome twist to it. Are you guys excited about Solo Leveling? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I've been enjoying it so far. It's, we're blessed that we were able to watch the first 2 episodes ahead of everybody. But that means we also had to wait a very long time to now get a new episode of the show. So I am very much so excited for, I believe it's Saturday is when the new episode comes out.
Mike says truth here. He's speaking truth.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was what it was. It was what it was. But yeah, I'm really excited to see where this goes. I'm actually, and I know like we had a conversation about soul leveling last time we were on the channel, and then it just went off the rails. So all I'll say, in regards to Sword Art Online, is even though I don't think it fully stuck the landing in some areas, I did enjoy the anime, and I can see where there are some like sword art elements to this. So I'm hoping that it keeps all the best parts and just continues to grow into a really great anime. Which now, with the context of it being like the best manga in Korea, I'm sure that it will be very good.
Yes. One can only hope. Now, I do have to ask, since you mentioned sword art, because I mentioned it and you guys mentioned it last time. I'm okay with it not sticking the landing because yes, it's not a perfect show. But I have a question. Have you seen all of it, or just the shows?
I think I've seen all of Sword Art Online and like the first season of Gun Gale. I actually like Alicization, but I kind of fell off of it after getting into the second season,
Which is the war on the underworld and all that stuff, where Kirito's all paralyzed.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't blame it. I don't blame you. But towards the ending, it gets pretty good. But I'm gonna say this. The reason I ask is because to me, peak sword art. I love Gun Gale. Whatever, I don't care whatever. I love Gun Gale Online. I enjoyed Alicization quite a bit. I love the first season, of course, but the movie, Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale. That movie is peak Sword Art Online.
Okay,
it
I
is
haven't seen that.
Amazing. It takes place in the real world, most of it, because there's a new VR where you can play in the real world, as opposed to just being transported, your mind being transported somewhere else. Of course, those elements are still there, but just to give you an idea, the final battle is technically the last floor of Aincrad that they never finished.
Oh,
It's floor 100, and it's a huge like freaking battle that's just amazing. So I think it pays a lot off. And the animation is pretty cool because it's a bigger budget because it's a movie as opposed to being just a show. But if you haven't seen Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale, it's the movie. It's good. It's really good, and it takes place right after Gone Gale Online, so it's literally canon. It's literally the movie is what happens between the complete season 3 of Gun Gale and what happens next, and the little episodes that occur after, and Alicization. It's really what happens in between. So it is a canon. So I recommend it.
Cool.
Isaac, are you excited for Solo?
I'm not gonna comment anything of Sword Art because then
nobody asked you. I'm sorry. Go ahead with Solo Leveling.
Honestly, while the first 2 episodes intrigued me, I can't really say that I will follow it religiously, or if I will just the next season, next episode hooks me or a thing, or I'm just because the 2 first episodes were just build-ups, if anything. They don't really say that much.
And I agree. It's a very slow burn, and maybe too slow for its own good, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it could how should I put it? It might have flown in better pace in the manhwa or a light novel. I'm not gonna argue that because different what's it called? Different mediums have different style of story works differently depending on you know. But if I like the third episode, I'm probably going to continue it. If I don't find it, I have other stuff I want to prioritize. Maybe
I mean, the premise is interesting. The premise is interesting.
Yeah,
but we really
just because the premise is interesting doesn't mean the execution ends up being interesting.
Right.
Bars.
I mean, it's all about the honestly, you can have the most interesting idea out there, but if the execution fell off, why should a reader / watcher care?
See, and I think both you and Mike, you're both right. I think it's one of those stories that it benefits more from enjoying it as a volume. You know what I mean? Where you can see the main encounter, because technically we're watching an entire film and we're missing the third act. And we want to get there. So maybe they should have done the first 3 episodes as a set. Unless he comes back to life and nothing really happens.
Honestly, that's honestly a good point, because one of the reasons I feel like Frieren got as popular as it became was because they let the first episode be a lot longer than it usually is until they started the actual story arc. The same goes with the Oshi No Ko. Imagine how, if the pilot had been split for, let's say, 3 episodes or what have you. The ending of that pilot wouldn't have the same effect, I'd argue. I argue that you should, whatever happens in the next episode, I haven't read Solo Leveling, so I have no freaking idea. But they should have done a 3-episode style pilot in one form, because I know for a fact that the first episode got a rather lukewarm reception, but when the second episode dropped, the anime got warmer reception. I do believe sort of like, what was it? Chibi Review said that the second season fixed a lot of the issues that the first episode had, because it felt like the second episode second episode. Yeah. Sorry, I was wrong.
No worries.
Oh no, you're fine. No, and that's one of the things that I think we always talk about here on the channel is there's certain animes that have a perfect pilot. Like they have a perfect first episode, because that episode could be 20 to 25 minutes gives you everything you need to truly sink your teeth into this world and either grab you for the ride or not. And like some examples of that, even though it's 2 episodes, for example, the first 2 episodes of My Hero are a perfect pilot. The first episode of Dr. Stone is a perfect pilot. And the first episode of Cowboy Bebop, it's a historical, legendary, perfect pilot. Solo Leveling didn't have that. But it had the makings of something very interesting, but I think it also suffers from feeling very familiar at the same time. Mm-hmm. So there's not enough new for you to keep going, apart from the promise that it's going to be a great story. So I really hope that it delivers this season. What do you guys think? Because I think we all agree here that Solo Leveling, you got something to prove to us. Damn
it. No, I definitely agree with you guys. I think the first 2 episodes definitely weren't as strong as probably some of the other pilots that will come out in this anime season, or that we've seen in like the previous anime season just surrounding it.
In the last year.
Yeah. But I think that it's interesting enough for me to say, like, let me give it like another few episodes or so before I decide, like, maybe I'll just wait to binge this at a later date, or I'm just like not interested at all. So yeah, not the best start in terms of just like locking people in for the ride, but it definitely still showed like it has some tools in its kit that we just need to wait to see.
So how about we move along to the next anime? And hey, it's a favorite of the channel. We love talking My Hero. My Hero Academia is coming back.
Wow, 7 seasons. That's insane.
Look at Mike. Spy Family is not a paper fight. Hey man. You're probably not wrong. This is the best shot ever. I'm gonna just keep reading the synopsis. Simple synopsis for season 7 is that it will cover the introduction of Star and Stripe, which is the USA's #1 hero. That was the cliffhanger of the last season. And it will cover the UA Trader arc and the beginning of the final arc of the show. For those that don't know, MHA, My Hero Academia, the manga, it's in its final chapters, and they're amazing. And season 7, though it will not cover, I'm pretty confident it's not going to cover the entirety of what's left of the book because the book is not over. It will definitely end with the beginnings of what that final battle is going to be. But I'm very excited for season 7. Bones has been doing an amazing work with this anime. And I know they're going to bring their A game because this is quintessential Horikoshi material. There's a lot of great stuff coming, and I'm excited for Star and Stripe. Jamie, as our very good co-host and anime-only watcher of the Amateur Otaku, what's your hype level at this time?
I'll put myself at a 6, honestly. It's been a while, or at least it feels like it's been forever since I watched the last season.
Muscle Mom America. So it's a 6 out of 10?
A 6 out of 10. A 6 out of 10.
That is very tempered.
It feels like it's been forever since I've watched My Hero. I haven't really thought about My Hero since that last season, even though it was very crazy. But I haven't really thought about My Hero since that last season. I'm definitely looking forward to watching this one because, we have Stars and Stripe being introduced. I wonder how, like, her dynamic will shake things up with the UA crew. But yeah, I'm a little bit tempered on this. My Hero, I think chilled on as the years have gone by, not because it hasn't been good, but just because I don't know. Honestly, I can't say. I have no idea. It's just I felt my hype levels kind of fall as the years have gone by. There's also just been like a lot of really good anime that have come out in like the past few years since My Hero has gotten started. So it's got a lot of competition now for me. I'm definitely still gonna watch it, but it's got a lot to not necessarily prove to me, but it'll be fighting for my attention, definitely. But I'm excited to see this. I can't say I'm like super duper excited as some other things on this list, but I'm excited to see where things go.
Nice. I find it surprising, but I think it's merited because your anime palette has been expanding. It's been growing.
Yeah,
as your otaku levels. Have you been gaining otaku experience? Mm-hmm. So it is to be expected. Isaac, what is your hype level for season 7 of My Hero?
Honestly, it's a 5. I'm curious about how they are going to adapt it, but I will admit, I was a bit lukewarm on how they handle certain scenes and all that jazz in the previous seasons.
Actually, I do. I just remembered the first half of last season. I was kind of like, oh, what? And then the second half happened. I was like, whoa, shoot, this is crazy.
Mike is at a 7. Very interesting. I need to see that first fight in the trailer reveal. Very interesting. Interesting. See, me, I'm gonna be honest. I am tempered too. I'm very surprised. We're actually right. We're right at the same level, I think.
You're probably at a 7.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be honest. I think so. What I'm gonna say right now is not towards the quality of the material. That's not what I'm doing. But I am like a 4.
Woo!
Not,
oh my goodness!
Because
surprised at me.
because I will 100% not watch My Hero because I want to watch other things. You know what I mean?
And
like
you're
My Hero
manga,
is
right?
one of those. My Hero the anime, because the book I'm reading every 2 weeks when it comes out. I'm enjoying every bit of it. But the anime, to me, it's like I'm only gonna watch it when I have free time and we're talking about it on the show. It's not like a go-to show for me anymore, because I'm so ahead that I'm going to be more interested when we get further along. But I'm going to watch it because we're going to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really in the bottom of my list. I mean, we're talking about it now because we have to, because we do love My Hero on this channel. But for the anime itself, I am very, very, very tempered. Very I'm more interested in other things. But yeah, Mike says on the chat, I don't like this arc at all. The show might improve things, but I'm more excited for the movie. What the hell is this movie going to cover? I don't know what they're doing.
Supposedly, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but isn't it the Vigilante Deco arc kind of deal?
I thought that
are they expanding that?
Let's just wait until Mike answers.
That sounds kind of pointless. Oh, here we go. I have an idea. It will cover Star and Stripe, and then it will cover the rest of the manga. Are you talking about the movie? You're talking about the movie or the season?
Nah, Arkwinder's right. Arkwinder's right. It will cover.
Are you serious, or is everybody? I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm gonna be honest. I would love the movie, then the movie. Okay, this is getting out of control. Personally, I'm gonna be honest. I would love that the next My Hero movie is a All Might flashback. That's what I would love. Like the lead up to All Might's reveal as the new #1 hero. You know what I mean? Seeing him in his glory days or something.
I really want to see Deku as an adult at the end, because we start the anime where he's saying I became the #1 hero, and we haven't seen what that looks like. And I don't know why I pictured Batman when I first heard it, but I kind of hope he's Batman by the end.
Yeah, I don't know why, but Batman was a big inspiration of Deku for Deku. So you probably heard something somewhere.
Movie 4 will be released in the summer of 2024. Movie will feature an original storyline and be set in a collapsed society.
Summer.
Movie was announced in August of this year. Koya Orokoshi will be supervising the movie.
When does the anime start?
The anime starts in April.
How are they gonna do a movie right after that? Okay.
I don't know, it's weird. Arcwinder here spitting. Now this is dropping lines. All Might versus All for One, round one from back in the day. Yes, this right here. Yes, yes.
Mm.
Dang. Mike talking inside baseball. Mike in the chat says, Bone stopped caring about MHA after season 4. You felt the change. They focused on Mob Psycho and now Metalic Rouge. That love just doesn't feel like it's there. You know what, Mike? I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to move on. Core 2 MHA felt great because Mob ended. Damn!
Oh,
He's speaking his heart. He's speaking his heart.
I do somewhat agree with Mike a little bit. When you said Bones is doing its thing on My Hero, I kind of thought to myself, were they doing their thing? Were they doing? Because I saw when they're doing their thing, I picture Mob. I do not picture My Hero.
Oh, okay. See, I guess because this is like a happy place for me, as opposed to like the biggest thing. I don't bother the flaws, but I am gonna say this though. They haven't failed in not one of them openings. Because them songs, bro. I'm just saying. Just saying. Let's move on. Isaac, you do not want to talk about this one, right? You have nothing to say about Kaiju Number 8, right, Isaac?
I can take the next one. Something else come up.
Okay, so he literally has nothing to say. So Kaiju Number 8 was announced, I think, back in 2020 or 2021. No, probably 2021. 21, actually late 22, because it's not that old. Around late 22, they announced the anime that Toho was doing Kaiju Number 8. Kaiju Number 8 is definitely an amazing property that a lot of people, it's going to surprise a lot of people.
Which we should have continued covering. I don't remember why we stopped.
Time and life. The story, Kaiju Number 8, follows Kafka Hibino, a man who, after ingesting a kaiju, not a big one, a small one, gains the ability to turn into one, and now must navigate using his power while trying to become part of an organization that eliminates kaiju to fulfill a promise he made with his childhood friend. So the comedy of this book is great. The action is great. The premise is great. And I think what's going to surprise a lot of people is that the main character of Kafka is not your traditional shonen action protagonist. He's not a young kid. He's a freaking adult.
He's 30.
He's 30.
He's on his
He's a loser.
He's on his way out. No, I'm just kidding.
He's like my age. He's my age.
Yeah.
I'm Kafka. We are all Kafka. No. But he is not your typical protagonist, and the show exploits that in the best way possible. And I think this anime is gonna turn a lot of heads. I just hope that the animation is as good as vibrant as it should be. And I think with the little things that I've seen of the anime, it's going to be just that. Didge is right, 100%. See, I'm with you, Didge. I'm with you. But we got to give him a shot. Didge. Didge says in the chat, 9 out of 10. Small part of me is worried that it might not live up to the manga. So, hey, man, very little shows live up to the manga. But I want to hope that Kaiju Number 8 is going to be the exception. Isaac.
Unless you're Mappa and killing your employees.
Well, good thing Mappa's not doing this one.
Yeah.
Isaac, what is your hype level for Kaiju Number 8?
I'm really looking for what? What?
Mike's blaming me for somebody else typing. My hands have been in my lap this whole time.
Yo, Mike, don't be trying to
That
start shit.
typing. My bad. But my hype level is.
Oh, I'm a 9,
is
just like this, by the way.
8 out of 10.
Nice.
Because it's a really solid manga that I really truly enjoyed, and I also have a blast with the spin-off manga that they.
Oh yeah, side B is good too. Yes.
Currently reading also, which I forgot about, and if this is properly adapted, Didge and I talked about it last week, but this could be a new major Shonen Jump hit.
Oh,
maybe
100%.
not on par with stuff like Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer, but
I
certainly
disagree.
a big one.
I
We'll have to wait and
disagree.
see for that.
Yeah, I said
I
maybe.
honestly, no, but
I
that's the
said-
thing. I know what you said. What I'm saying is, even if you said maybe, it's okay for me to say that I disagree. This book has the potential to be the next big one, right on top with JJK and everything else.
Mhm.
Because it really has the potential to be that. It all depends on whether or not they execute in the anime.
Yes.
The main character, Mike, is ridiculously hilarious and relatable. And his motives are very simple. And they find ways to justify his existence in very creative ways. And it makes sense how he actually wins
female
things.
character that you would love to be stepped on.
Mike said that he needed a reason. He didn't say, Isaac, give me the reason why you like it. He needed a reason.
I mean, do you remember what he said in our last episode regarding one of our episodes regarding Attack on Titan?
Yes, Argwinder, you're right. That's what's going to happen. Now, what is your hype level, Jamie?
I'm putting this at an 8. 8 for Kaiju Number 8. No, I'm not, but I'm putting it at an 8.
An 8.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go. You said an 8. That's cool.
Yeah. I have read 10 volumes of the mangas. Probably a little bit more than that. And I really enjoyed it.
Chapters.
Yeah,
don't scare me, because I'm like, I thought there was only like 9 volumes out. Don't be like,
my bad.
My emotions.
My bad. 10 chapters. And I've really enjoyed it. It's like there's like some goofiness to it, but it also can be serious when it wants to be. It has some really interesting it's just like battle dynamics, because you usually don't like people fighting like kaiju. Or at least that's not something that's very common. And so seeing like how they handle or like maneuver that is also interesting.
Yeah, the power system. The power scaling system is very interesting too.
Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to it. I was actually talking with Didge, who I think Didge was the one that put me on to Kaiju Number 8, the manga. And I was like, should I just like keep reading it, or should I wait for the anime to come out? And like, I'm kind of conflicted right now. I still don't know. So
I'm gonna tell you this right now. The manga does not let up. Like, if you keep reading it, it does just keep getting better and better, and it does keep bringing the tension, increasing it. So it's not one of those like it's how sometimes in books you have certain little lulls to calm things down. The lulls are there, but not enough to squash your interest. Like, they're only there for you to relax because the next thing is coming, and it's coming in fast. And it kind of has. You probably noticed it by reading the first couple of chapters. It has that imminent threat aspect that Attack on Titan had in the first couple of seasons. That you had no no choice but to be on your toes because at any point anybody was going to die. Not to the level where anybody's going to die, but the imminent threat aspect of of the kaijus in Kaiju Number 8, it never goes away. And I'm saying this in the terms of we're already in chapter 96. That's where the book is right now, I believe, and you still feel this consistent imminent threat interest there. So I personally encourage you to keep reading it because
I will to answer you, Mike. Considering why you are checked out on JAK, I do believe you will enjoy it as the weird manga is right now.
Well, the thing with JJK is that JJK is just. I'm going to be honest. JJK is an acquired taste. I don't think JJK is necessarily like for everybody. That is my opinion. Because it took me a while to get into it and enjoy it. Because it does borrow a lot from a lot of other animes. It takes a while for it to be like it's really not till the Shibuya arc and the culling game arc that's about to start that it becomes very unique and distinctive.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like that's my opinion. Because,
go ahead.
Because it doesn't really take that many risks. Like most of the risks that JJK has had, they just started taking them now. Like the biggest risk was sealing Gojo. That's just me.
Yeah. So me and Mike both had like a similar I guess feeling when it came to watching JJK, where we both were kind of lukewarm on the first season, even though the fight's incredible. JJK always does that well. But at least speaking on my own part, I don't really watch anime for the fights. It's just like the nice little cherry on top. And so to watch an anime that's like pretty much only fights, I'm like, okay, I've had enough cherries. Like, where is the ice cream? Like, where is the thing that I actually came here for?
Yes.
And so when we got to the beginning of the second season, we're kind of getting some Gojo and Geto's story. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, this is really interesting. Oh, and the movie as well. The movie is what got me back into JJK because I was kind of considering not watching the second season after the first season. But the movie is really cool.
JAK Zero is the peak JAK. There, I said it.
Say it again.
You can say it all you want, bro.
Isekai Zero is peak JAK. There, I said.
But you know the funny thing is, it's not saying much because we're talking about how not peak the rest of it is.
Yeah, that's spooky. So much more to go.
I mean,
and so kind of going into the Shibuya arc.
I appreciate the at the moment thing.
Now we're kind of getting that increase of like a lot more fights and not as much like storytelling in between, at least just like storytelling, like nothing's going on. There's definitely storytelling that's happening in the fights, but we're all more focused on the fight than like, oh, somebody did this little thing. Oh my gosh, how is that going to impact everything? And there have been some events that have happened with some characters that have maybe a little bit sad. I don't know how things are going to go. And if the next arc is like this arc plus DLC, I'm scared. I'm scared for it. That's all I can say.
I'm gonna be honest. The upcoming arc, because I want to go back to Kaiju so we can keep on going on the list. The culling game arc, it's where Jujutsu Kaisen finds its own identity. Okay. Because it really becomes about how different and how unique sorcerers can be and their abilities can be with what Geto does to create the culling game. So, and it becomes about that intrigue. There is a lot. It's all about the battles, but it's because he really doubles down on the fact that everybody has a special technique or has something that makes them special. So it becomes more like Pokemon in the sense that everybody has a particularly trained Pokemon in a certain way, kind of, but it's all sorcerers and it's bloody and it's interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my take on it. So you do with it what you must.
I
But I am
will.
going to say,
I will.
that is to say that Kaiju number 8 is by no means that. In that aspect, to its benefit, Kaiju number 8 is a lot more traditional. Like, you have a character, you're following him, you're following his interaction with other characters, and it's all about his dream and what he goes through, accident or bonehead wise, to get it. But he's the most honest person. Like, it's I think Kaiju number 8 benefits from a great hook with its premise, but it also benefits from the simplicity of doing things that we expect anime to do, but doing them at its highest level. So I think you're going to enjoy the straightforward storytelling and how it really dives into the characters. Where JJK kind of doesn't focus on that as much in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't really say it does that moving forward. But that's just me. So I like it. 8 to 9 on JJK. The last time I watched a show about a Titan MC, things did not go well. Oh boy. See, that's not what's happening here, Mike. It's okay. It's okay. So let's move on to the next one. I'm going to be honest.
Woo!
It's Demon Slayer. I'm going to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just quickly say a number and move on? Because I don't think there's much to say about this one. It's just more Demon Slayer.
As someone that has read the manga, I will say this personally. I don't know why they just don't do. Yes, this might sound sacrilegious, but to some extent, I don't get why they don't do a movie about this arc and then go straight to the next arc, because this arc is pretty much just a prep arc to the arc afterwards. And it makes sense that it is a prep arc, considering what the arc next after this is.
Michael Jackson.
Honestly. That's the short story about it.
If I'm not mistaken, there's only really 2 more arcs in the show, right?
That's what I've heard about.
Yeah, because the Infinity Castle arc,
Mike?
the Infinity Castle arc is not the last one, right? Infinity Castle is the one before the last one.
Infinity Castle. This one is before that. Yes, Mike, I do know that.
No.
They have been much better to distribute the movies right now and worldwide.
Well, Isaac, but that wasn't my question. What I'm saying is the Infinity Castle arc is not the last one, right? There's one after that.
I think Infinity Castle is
arc.
the last.
What is it? What do you say?
This is the second to last.
Oh, so the Infinity Castle arc is the last arc then?
Yes.
Oh, then okay, hype level 6. Go.
I'm gonna also go with the 6. I liked last season, but not as much as the second season. So,
thank you, Mike.
Are we on the second season or third season?
This is 4th. This would technically be a season 4.
Season 4,
which makes no sense because it's so short, apparently. And
this would be season 4. Yes, okay. I was right.
Training, preparing to the for the final battle.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm leaving it at a 6. I haven't really heard anything that seems like people are excited for this, so I can't hype myself up. Nezuko can talk though. Mike is right. I'm looking forward to seeing what she has to say, if anything at all.
That's the excitement that we get. It's like, she can talk. Character development.
Bro, oh my god. The end of the 3rd season, that was like, I wish there was more of that throughout the season, because I was literally on the edge of my seat where I was like, oh my god, they better not.
No, and they put the music.
Yeah. I thought she was dead.
Ding, ding, ding.
A single tier.
When it comes in the Hasira training arc, a 6 because it's a fun arc, but it just prep arc. Had it been in the Infinity the Castle arc, I would have been like in a 8 or a 9 kind of deal.
Mike goes, she's the female lead and she couldn't talk. I'm taking anything I can get. Well said, Mike. Well said. And Didge, 7.5. I'm ready for this to finish up, to be honest. I'm enjoying it, but there's much better.
Yeah.
See, Didge feels... I feel you, Didge. I feel you.
We need to hit that high of season 2 again.
See, I feel that Demon Slayer's become that show that is just so nice to look at.
Yeah.
But for me to call it peak fiction,
No.
I can't do that.
I still know nothing about Inosuke or Zenitsu. I know nothing about them.
You will know.
We know one thing about
later.
Zenitsu.
You will know.
We know one thing.
You will know more later. I can tell you that.
Well, here's the thing. I know one thing about Zenitsu. Isaac hates him.
2
That's
things.
the one
He gets
thing
better
I know.
at the end. I can tell you right now, he gets better at the end.
Okay. Interesting.
Like Bakugo? No, I'm sorry. I'm not opening that kind of worms.
At least it has some character.
Mike, that's a thought. That is a thought.
If I'm not mistaken, Ufotable is going to do a Genshin Impact anime soon.
A what?
Genshin Impact.
Ooh. You imagine Rob come back to Mika? That'd be awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, a 6 because it's a fun arc. Had it been the Infinity Castle arc, I would have been in an 8 or a 9.
Interesting.
Okay, so I think we're all nice 6 on Demon Slayer. Okay. Mike, stop screaming. Just stop it. But you're not wrong. Oshi No Ko is coming back for season 2. I haven't finished season 1. I'm trying to find time. I'm trying to find time to finish it. But I'm very excited that
Should I boot him out, Jamie?
No, don't boot him out. He's trying. He's trying.
Hey, I'm watching Avatar. Calm down. It's gonna happen. It's the one show in High Dive that I can watch. Even though I kind of want to watch Call of the Night. Oh, I got caught up with the book of Call of the Night finally. I think it's coming to an end. I'm gonna cry. Such a good book. But Oshi No Ko. I'm gonna be honest. The little bit that I've seen of the show, it's great. So I'm all for Oshi No Ko coming back. I'm gonna say 8 because I haven't finished the season. But based on Jamie's reaction, I'm pretty confident that 8's gonna go up 1 or 2 digits or break the scale. Jamie, it appears you finished it. Are you excited for season 2?
I am. I think I'll put myself at a 9 because that's like one above Kaiju Number 8, and I'm definitely looking forward to watching Oshi No Ko. Oshi No Ko. This is another anime that we happen to preview. Shout out to Crunchyroll, but this is another one we happen to preview where I was really like, I don't know. The beginning just shocked me. It just shocked me, and I have to see this through. And the more that I watched, the more I was like, "Oh my god, this is so me."
Damn,
this is
I'm
like
curious why he doesn't want to watch it.
0 out of 10. Mike.
I don't know, Mike.
Mike, where do you live? I'm coming to beat you up.
We need to find out what's going on.
What? Yeah, we do. This show is so much fun, but it's also has like depth with like the seriousness that Aqua brings to the table and the music. I'm starting to become an Idol fan. You know, I'm learning the little, I didn't even know what this was before. Now I know what it is. I'm like, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Do you got glow sticks? You got glow sticks?
I almost bought some. I'm not gonna lie. I almost bought some. I am getting invested in this culture. But also I like the fact that this show is very multifaceted on idol culture, and it doesn't just show like the the glorification of it, but also like some of the dark sides of it too. So keeping things very real. It's a very enjoyable show. No, don't do that.
See, now you have to ditch. You must.
No.
Isaac, are you excited for season 2? I know you're reading it. So
yes, it's they are covering my favorite arc in the manga. So yes, I'm excited.
Nice,
cool.
Nice. Okay, so
even though I'm curious how they are going to handle later stuff in the manga, considering it's going, admittedly, a bit. What the fuck is going on?
You heard it here first. The reasons why Mike Nazwa creepy doc dies and gets reunited as his obsession's son. Too weird for me. I'm sorry.
It is weird, and at first I was also like, ugh. But
so
now
this is where he drops the line. I'm glad there's a line, Mike. I'm glad there's a line, and we don't have one, apparently.
There is a line. There is a line. But I feel like just as they were going to cross over the line, like I became interested in like, okay, like clearly it's not like a purely creepy kind of interest. Like he genuinely loved this person. I want to see where things go. It is still like kind of creepy, but it's not at that line anymore. It's not at that line anymore for me, at least.
Yeah.
Let me put it like this: they are somewhat acknowledging it later on.
Oh boy.
That might push it back to the line. That might push it back. I don't know.
I know.
I guess we'll find out next time.
Acknowledge it as in a good way. I dare argue.
Okay.
So we got 8, we got 9, we got good levels. I like this. We're excited about Oshi No Ko. Now, Isaac, you need to lead with this because I really haven't heard what your thoughts are on this.
0.
Oof.
But
oh my boy.
Isaac, are you watching this? Do you not care at all? I will give this a shot. I will give this a shot, sure. If people want to know, this is essentially a Dragon Ball GT clone where everyone gets turned into children again and need to defeat a demon that wished them all.
See, Arcwinder, that's not how you say it. Please.
I don't know. I'm down to watch Dragon Ball babies.
Because when I saw this, the first thing that came to mind is, excuse my language, although
I mean,
people know that I swear like a sailor. Where the fuck is Super? I'm serious.
See,
where the fuck is Super?
You know what? My question was, I was there for the premiere of the trailer of Dragon Ball Daima, and my question was, where the fuck is Gohan? They literally showed Goten and Trunks. Gohan was nowhere in the trailer.
I can tell you right now in the manga. I can tell you right now in the manga, this the chapter that came out today, Gohan in the 2 arcs from now will have by the looks of it a much bigger role. So.
I mean, you would think,
on
but
Super
he wasn't present.
So is Daima an anime only thing, or is Daima a book too?
Daima is if I'm not misremembering, it's a 15 episodes show that's supposed to be canon. I don't know, and I really don't care.
But it's anime only is what I'm saying. It's not a book like Super.
No, it's not a book. Although I wouldn't be surprised if they adapting
but Super's still ongoing. Because I know they were doing the whole granola.
I was going there.
Everything. Sorry.
Super is still ongoing, yes. This is sort of like a side series. But since they manga adapted Superhero, the movie, to the manga, I wouldn't be surprised if this gets canonized and adapted into the manga. Which... honestly, the fact that they adapted superheroes into the manga makes no sense, even though with the latest chapter there is some connection to it. Sure, I give them that. But that's the only thing I will... Did you know exactly what I'm talking about? But honestly, I will give this one episode, but as of right now, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't care about this. Like my interest with Dragon Ball ended with Cell Saga.
Oh,
That's
really?
yeah. I started Majin Buu and just didn't do it for me.
Yeah,
I know
I'm
I
glad
watched.
somebody else thinks this. I didn't think Boo Saga was as good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
started I think Majin the whole Majin Vegeta thing was great, but I didn't watch beyond that. Um, I never watch. I watch little bits of GT and the ending, and I think the transformations in GT were interesting and pretty cool. Like
Some of
I'm
them.
still on the camp that Super Saiyan 4 Goku looks pretty badass.
We need
Yeah.
it. We need it.
If
And
Super
can
Saiyan 4 look badass, just sucks that GT as a whole is just horse shit.
Yeah.
maybe this is how we get it back.
Hey, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I have no interest in this. It doesn't do it for me. I think I've never even gotten into Super. And
Oh,
Super is good, although
because to
it's
me
just
it's one of those it's a battle show. It's a battle show, right? And
yeah.
it's
similar to
essentially science fiction wrestling.
yes. But I'm done with it.
Never
I'm
heard that
good.
one, but yeah.
I'm more interested in Sandland. That to me
Sandland
was
is really
more interesting
Interesting. Very interesting.
because it's Akira
Yeah.
Toriyama doing something different.
yeah.
So
Well, he
He did
actually
that.
he wrote Sandland for a little bit and then went back to Dragon Ball.
yeah. So
Yeah, but
So
yeah,
he's
had
coming
this
back
been
to it.
Super, knowing what is next, I would have been in a 9 because that's easily my favorite arc in the manga. Next to, well, no, it's my favorite arc.
which one?
The granola arc. That's no
Oh,
no 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 no
Oh,
no 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 scratch. Granola is my
you
favorite
were
one, but
bullied?
the next arc is the Moda arc, which is is it it's essentially imagine Boo arc and Cell arc combined on steroids kind of deal.
oh, nice.
And they have one of the best Dragon Ball moments in the entire franchise, honestly.
Mm. Hmm.
Which is why you're asking for a super anime because that was the next arc, right? The granola arc.
The Granola arc are the arc after that one, but this one is also one of the better one. Yes, it's probably that one is probably on second. Tournament of Power is third.
Nice, nice.
Tournament Power is pretty cool towards the end. It was definitely classic tournament. You go through a lot of BS before you finally get to the good stuff. That's Dragon Ball Z fashion. But
Yes.
I'm actually I would put myself at a 5 for Dragon Ball Daima. It's not like something.
I have been bullied into watching stuff too.
Don't talk about being bullied on this channel. On any of the channels I'm present on, honestly. But I wouldn't put this anime above much else on this list. But I have a soft spot for Dragon Ball Z. It's like the first anime that I ever watched. Watched it with my mom, my brother. So,
Nice.
I will at least give it a shot. If Gohan's not in it though, I will be upset. I will be very upset.
Gohan's my boy. Masenko. Yeah.
You would like superheroes if
The premise is
prefer
stupid to me.
You didn't
That's why
watch
I haven't
Superhero?
No.
Oh my!
I'm gonna go back to my previous statement. Dragon Ball
Watch
ended
it.
with Cell Saga.
Watch it. It's good. It's good. I'm telling you, as a Gohan fan, this is the
Okay.
first time in a very
Oh,
long
by the
time
way,
where I've
am
been
I the
happy.
only one that thinks that History of Trunks is one of the better Dragon Ball Z movies?
I don't know if I've seen that. I probably have. Maybe.
That's the one where you see you literally go through the whole timeline of Trunks before he goes to the past to meet
I
Goku.
actually haven't seen. I haven't seen a lot of the movies, so I can't speak about that.
No, History of Trunks is fire, and it does a great job with Gohan. So
I'm not arguing that it is. I'm just saying that I haven't seen it.
Oh, I've
I
seen
love
clips
how
from it.
everybody is fighting for my attention.
Mhm.
Arkwin, you're trying to convince me to watch it. Mike says don't watch it.
I mean,
Mike, are you
Mike,
just an
he doesn't
active
like Dragon Ball
troll in the
Z.
chat?
He doesn't like
Are you just
Dragon
an
Ball
active troll in the
Z.
chat?
he doesn't like. I can understand if he is talking from an animation perspective. So maybe that's good. So maybe it's a good thing that the manga adapted it, because story-wise, I do think you would enjoy superheroes.
Okay.
That I do stand by.
It
I
goes
agree.
on the list. So next one is, I gotta say,
10.
10. I'm almost done with part 2, and everything I've seen of part 2 is amazing. So I can't wait to watch part 3. Are you watching Bleach, Jamie, or no?
No. I was watching Bleach. I got past the Soul Society arc,
Nice.
and I tried to keep going, and
So
I
you
was
fought.
just,
So you saw the first Bankai.
I did. And when Bleach hits, it hits. But when it doesn't, I'm like, oh my gosh, when is the
I
next
see.
thing?
See. Jamie speaking truth, people. She is. See, I think what happens is that right after the Soul Society arc, you go to one of the filler arcs of the anime that everybody hates because it's not manga content at all. Like the whole thing with the bounce was just made for the show because the anime was on break. The manga was on break, I mean. So I don't blame you. But I will say though, if you skip the whole bounce arc and go straight to the Arankar arc, it's good. Because it's literally the Arankar arc is really where you start getting into fighting Aizen, which
Okay.
is literally the whole thing, them going to Weko Mundo to save Orihime. It's, I'm telling you, that is peak Bleach. And the character development with the characters and how the other ones power up, but the whole thing with Orihime and the relationship with Yulkiora and all that stuff, it's actually very, very good.
I'll have to do
So
it. I'm slowly getting through a bunch of like the older anime. Like, I finished Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm almost done with Evangelion. I'm like working my
what do
way
you think
through
of the ending of
Naruto.
Jujutsu Hakusho?
You know, I didn't like the arc as as much as what is it? What's his face? The dude that has his brother on his back.
Oh, Toguro?
Yeah, Toguro. I
Oh
feel
no,
like,
no. Dark Tournament is peak Jujutsu
yeah,
Hakusho.
that's peak.
So
The
yeah.
thing about it, it's like we went to peak, and then it just like it was a slow decline the rest of the
Well,
way
to me,
out. I still enjoyed it, but
yeah, because I do like the whole thing about spoilers to Yu Yu Hakusho, a show that came out almost 30 years ago. So, um, the whole thing that I enjoyed about Yusuke though was the connection to the demon world that he had,
that was
and,
insane.
and how he technically becomes a demon king
Yeah, that
to bring balance.
crazy.
It's fire. That to me was great. It was pretty
That
great.
was interesting. That I was not expecting that to happen at all. I am happy with the way that things ended, though, or like people came back together. But
No,
Hakusho's
but I
good.
agree with but I'm gonna say if you make your way, I'm gonna put it this way: if you're able to put the work in to skip the filler and watch Bleach, to get like skip Bounce, skip all the fillers, and watch the Aranka arc to get to this, the Thousand Year Blood War arc feels like a prize because it is, apart from it being the final arc of Bleach, you're looking at amazingly improved animation and amazingly improved battles. Because remember, there was a gap of almost 15 to 20 years between the ending of the anime from the end of the Arankar arc to this one. So if you do make your way to this, trust me, it feels like a prize. It's phenomenal. I
have
encourage
heard
you.
good things so far.
Yes. Yes. But I'm a 10 here. Isaac's a 10.
No
Cautiously
contest for
optimistic.
me.
When you
I'm not
actually
qualified.
get to this point, let us know what
I
you
will.
think.
I will.
We're almost more than halfway through the list,
Yes.
and I couldn't find a good picture of the anime, but
I
I'm
thought this was
okay with a
interesting.
picture of the genius known as Shinichiro Watanabe. The creator of Cowboy Bebop is the creator of Space Dandy, the creator of Carol and Tuesday. Yes, that
The
cute
creator was
music
Samurai
anime.
Champloo.
The creator of Samurai Champloo is coming back with another sci-fi anime. And yes, they're probably going to be using the currency of Woolongs. I'm telling you, Woolongs are making a comeback. Cowboy Bebop creator Shinichiro Watanabe has returned to give us the highly anticipated series Lazarus. The cyberpunk thriller is set in an era of unprecedented peace and prosperity where it prevails across the globe. The reason for this is that mankind has been freed from sickness and pain.
Woo!
Nobel Prize winning
I
neuroscientist
wish.
Dr. Skinner has developed a miracle cure all drug called Tapuna with no apparent drawbacks. But now the doctor has returned with the truth that anybody that's taking this miracle drug will die in 3 years. Henceforth, Lazarus resurrection and trying to find the doctor to make a vaccine to save the world. This right now is a phenomenal premise.
Oh my god.
It's a phenomenal premise. And Shinichiro Watanabe, if he's not just a great storyteller, he is a man of unique vision and style. And even though I feel very, very sad about Mappa, because they're doing this one too,
Oh.
I know for a fact that Shinichiro Watanabe knows how to work with creators and work with artists. And everything he's done has been amazing. And I cannot wait for Lazarus. I'm at a 10. Like Mike is saying, 10-10. I will be there no matter what. Yes. This is the one thing. Forget Black Friday. Forget Cyber Monday. This is the thing that I put a tent for 5 weeks for. Give me Lazarus.
I will
Are
be
you
a
guys
bit
hyped as
controversial.
well?
I will be a bit controversial. I say a 9.
How dare you? How dare you?
Because I don't like every project he has done. So it's for example, I was extremely lukewarm of Carol and Tuesday that you might remember.
Wow. Wow.
But here's the thing. It's very different.
But that's what I'm saying. If he had a perfect track record for me, that would be a 10. But since he doesn't have a perfect track record, I say a 9.
You know, I was going to say I don't like every project that he's done either, but the one I picked was Space Dandy, not Carol and Tuesday.
But then again, to me, you guys are saying these things, and all I hear is that the guy has versatility. You know what I'm saying?
See, that being said, though, I'm going 10. I am not putting it at 9. I'm going 10. I'm very excited for this. When I saw the trailer for this on Adult Swim, I was like, wait, huh?
Yes.
So,
Days of doing
I'm so
this.
ready. I'm so ready for this. Yeah. Take me away. Take me away.
Let's do this thing. So, okay. Everybody loves this. Let's go to the next one. This one, though, I'm excited for.
I feel like they've been talking about this for years, honestly. Like, I'm surprised it's not.
This was announced back in 2020, though.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the book is from
like, I think the book is from the late 80s. Like, it's an old manga. But what I'm fascinated is, did you guys know that this anime is going to be black and white?
Yes.
I did.
I didn't know that. I just found out, and I'm happy they did that. I love the
saw
stylistic
Adult
choice.
Swim shared some like clips.
Yeah, like late last year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let
This
me
is gonna
say
be
that as someone that has
no, Mike, it's not.
as someone that has read a part of the manga, not the entire thing. Well, it's be prepared to be mind fucked, in lack of better terms.
It's Junji Ito. It's
Yeah.
meant to. You know what? It's meant to do that.
I know, but
it's funny because everybody talks of it as horror, and it freaks you out more than anything. You know what I mean? It's not. It irks you.
Yeah.
It gets in your skin and irks you, as opposed to giving you like a jump scare or something like that. It just gets in you. That's kind of like the weird thing about his work.
Let me put it like this: if he make John Carpenter's look like making a comedy movies in comparison.
That's a lot.
I think I'm sitting at a 6
did you
out of
say,
10
Mike?
for this. Oh,
Hey,
he said.
say Brandon. What did you say,
score.
Brandon?
Oh.
No, that Mike had it as a 6, and then you said what you said, and Mike said, "Okay, Isaac just dropped it to a 4."
My score is a 6 out of 10. I also am not that big a fan on horror. Well, not that I'm not a fan. It's just that horror really sticks with me already. Like, you don't have to do very much for me to get scared. So I don't know, just for the sake of my own mental health, should I watch this or not? But I've heard really good things about Uzumaki.
If you're
as long as
getting
you don't
scared
like, as long as
easily,
you're okay with
no.
spirals, you can watch it.
See, that's the other thing. I have trypophobia, so I don't know if I'm okay with the spirals. I
Okay, then
don't
don't
know.
But as someone that's read most of it, I think I've read maybe like, I think it's a total like 11 chapters. I think I've read like 6 of them. It's very interesting, and his style is very particular.
Mhm.
But to me, what I find the most fascinating when I saw bits of the trailer is the black and white animation is just popping. Like it's really really good, and it's like a CGI blend, so
Mhm.
it feels like you're reading panels, but it's moving. So it's very very unique in particular.
Yeah.
So I like the style choice here, and I think for the sake of that, I want to watch it. But yeah, I'm not a horror guy either, which is why I'm excited, why I'm
Interesting.
interested in this. Oh wow.
I'm suspicious as to why you feel
He
you're
wants to
like,
freak you
oh,
out.
let me do this for you, JV. Here you go. It's gonna have a camera somewhere and it just capturing my reactions of horror.
Moving. Go.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm really interested in this because like the Adult Swim, the like little bits and pieces that they released, those have also been unsettling, but they also have been like what you were saying, Brandon, like pretty intriguing and interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to give this a shot. I just hope that I don't deeply regret it.
Calm down, Colonel Michael Akbar.
He might be right. He might be right.
It's a trap. um, moving on from horror land, I am at a 3 for this.
Kind
I'm
of
just gonna say it.
same.
I'm a 3
Yeah,
Same.
probably
because I mean it could be very good, but it feels like, to me, it feels like DC is trying to get someone's attention, because whatever they're doing, they don't feel it's enough. And I'm like, just let anime where it is. Leave anime alone. Do your comic books. People still buy them and read them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, I don't care what anybody says. Batman Ninja is pure trash.
Ooh, see, it
That's how I
depends
feel.
on what we're talking about. If we're talking about like art direction, fire. Everything else,
That's what I mean.
mm.
This
You
show
know what's
looks good.
hilarious?
This show looks good,
Yeah.
but I don't.
You know what's hilarious about Batman Ninja? I did a review of this like 2 years ago. Literally, like the first 20 minutes or so of the movie. Batman goes to this world, like the like I forget what they call it, whatever era it might be. But he goes back to ancient Japan, and this guy wearing a Joker mask like comes out, like tries to mess with him. He beats him up, and he's like, "Who do you work for? Who do you work for?" I'm like, he's literally wearing a Joker mask. Who do you think he works for? Like Batman was so incredibly stupid in that movie.
I'm gonna make this very simple. I get that Batman is Batman and he's smart and all, but there is no. Why do we have to give Batman the Japanese Spider-Man treatment, where just because he's in an anime, he needs a Megazord? That's all I'm saying. But no, Batman Ninja's trash. Maybe I need to watch it again, but I know when I watched it the first time, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
But this one, I'm gonna be honest. I'll check probably. I'm a big fan of Harley Quinn. Like, I love the character of Harley Quinn. Not super crazy about Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, but I love Harley Quinn. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm probably gonna watch the first 2 or 3 episodes.
Oh.
And if there's a good story there, I may stick around for the season. But I'm just afraid that I'm gonna be let down. You know what I mean?
When you said Suicide Squad, you meant the movies, the DC movies?
No, I love Harley Quinn. Like,
yeah,
period. That's character. I prefer her. I prefer the stories where she's the lead, not when she's sharing the screen with other people.
Interesting.
Or if she's with other people, the story needs to be good. Like, for example, Suicide Squad, the animated movies, like the Hell to Pay, is not that great. But the Arkham Asylum movie for Suicide Squad is phenomenal. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel.
Interesting.
But what's your high level, Jamie? Where are you at with this?
I think I'm also gonna put it at a 3-ish, maybe 3. Are we doing 0.5s? Maybe I'll just go 4. I'll put it at a 4. If there isn't other things that I'm interested in at the time, I'll probably try this one out. If not, this could be something I come back to at the end of the year or next year if I'm hearing good things about it.
Mike, coming out straight from Bloodhaven, shares in the site. I need DC to take all of their Suicide Squad efforts and put them toward the Titans. Yeah, you're not biased at all.
I mean, I would like to see that.
Let's see what Argwinder in the chat says. No matter how bad this anime is, it won't be as trash as the new game. Damn. So the next anime we're talking about, Argwinder being straight savage. See, there's not much to talk about here. It's an amazing, amazing arc. One Piece is the best anime there is, the best book around.
I wouldn't say the anime is the best, but the manga.
The One Piece will be. But yes, it's peak fiction. Now, I am going to say this. The biggest thing out of the Eggland arc that I take away in terms of the anime already doing that arc is this. And Jamie, I don't know if you know this, but now you'll find out. For everybody out there deciding whether or not to start watching One Piece or not, read it's totally worth it. The Egghead arc is very important, not because we're meeting Vegapunk only, which is the infamous, brilliant scientist that we've heard about for the last 1,000 chapters. But Egghead arc marks the beginning of the final saga of One Piece. Oda has officially stated that this arc is the first one of the last saga of the entire book. So One Piece is officially in the end game.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things.
It's insane.
No, like it's official. Like it's not like it's Oda
Maybe
hasn't
10
really
years
made
from now.
this. Yeah, like Oda hasn't really made this announcement before with this definitively. And for those that have read the book and see where the world of One Piece is right now and what's going on here, is that it's gonna end in the next 4 to 5 years. Most people that have been reading and analyzing One Piece have really looked into it, and most of the sagas, or what compose the sagas that Oda has made, each saga lasts between 4 to 5 years. So I'm excited. I can't wait. And the book is crazy, and I can't wait for the anime. And I got a fresh coat of paint, and it's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy? They don't have chapters, like they don't have anything pre-times. They don't have the time skip yet. Like they're still missing like 500 chapters on Netflix, but they're putting out the new episodes one after the other weekly. It's insane.
That's
I need to ask you, since you weren't
You're not wrong, Mike. You're not wrong, but I'm excited.
Brandon,
yes, go
since
ahead.
you weren't part of the last week's stream, I might as well ask, what's your opinion about the remake that Witts is supposed to do?
I think it's brilliant. I think it's a great opportunity for them to fix a lot of the mistakes that the anime has had in the first. Because most of the mistakes, I mean, I may be wrong. I haven't watched enough of the anime to say it, but I wouldn't be surprised if most of the mistakes occur pre-time skip. Like that beginning couple of entries of the anime. So they really have an opportunity of streamlining this in a way that's more accessible to everybody. But more importantly, I love the fact that the entire world will have a second opportunity to start the story from scratch together. And to me that is the biggest draw of the One Piece, in my opinion.
At least there's also no 4-kid stub that you have to be afraid of.
No, but that's the thing. That's the whole point too. And personally, it would be so exciting if they do get the Netflix cast to do the English voices.
They probably will.
I would be very excited for that.
For the first time ever, I am caught up on Witts One Piece.
Hey, she's a legend. They might still use it again.
They said I couldn't do it. They said I couldn't do it. I'm caught up.
Yes. Yeah, with the One Piece, with the Netflix one, you're caught up. Hey, you can say it now. It's okay.
Yeah.
Now, moving on. We're almost done. We got 2 more animes, guys. We got to finish this. See, you guys talked about this one last week, but I didn't say what I thought about it. I think it's the best thing I've seen in a long time. Metalic Rouge is beautiful. I love the aesthetic. I love the sci-fi setting. Mike, you brilliant bastard. I see what you're doing. We are caught up. Well done. But no, Metalic Rouge is the perfect blend of Blade Runner meets Mobile Suit Gundam that I didn't know I needed. I love the colors. I love the mystery. I love, when it comes to sci-fi worlds, I'm a big sucker for sci-fi androids, humanity, questions about existence. And yeah, so this is my jam. Darling in the Franxx has a lot of elements about questioning one's mortality and stuff like that. Metalic Rouge has a lot of, it really draws from a lot of these inspirations, and it really is doing its own thing. And this is the one show that I do not want to miss, and I do want to make time, because when I watched the pilot early, I loved it. This is an 11 out of 10 for me.
Oh,
I'm really, really excited for Metalic Rouge, and I can't wait to keep watching it. What about you guys?
I really enjoyed this. I'm putting it at a 9 out of 10 as well. I don't think I have a 10 out of 10 that I've named. I don't know. Scales are weird, but I'm also looking forward to this, or at least looking forward to more episodes of this. I'm glad that we'll finally get to see, at least for those of us that watch early, like the new episode is coming out Saturday, sometime this weekend.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. Yep.
And yeah, y'all should check out Metalic Rouge if you haven't already. It's a lot of fun. And one of the best anime this season, probably.
And for those that do not know, Metalic Rouge is unique on this list because it is. Oh, correction. Lazarus is the only one that shares this quality with Metalic Rouge. Lazarus and Metalic Rouge are the only ones that share this. These are original anime-only properties. They're not based on
one thing, by the way. Episode 2 has already released on Crunchyroll.
Oh,
nice.
Oh,
nice.
Okay.
They're both original. Lazarus and Metalic Rouge are original animes. They don't have a manga. These are original stories that are being developed for the screen.
Oh.
So I'm very excited to where they take this original IP. Mike says he's an 8 out of 10. I'm intrigued, but still need to see more.
I'm with Mike.
Good rating. You're with Mike?
Yes.
Didge, I'm telling you, bro. We share similar palettes. I think you'll enjoy this, man. It's cool stuff. It's really cool stuff. Last but not least, I think this was one of the last animes that was announced last year. It was announced probably most of the animes on this list were announced a long time ago. This one, I think, is the one that was announced sometime last year, and is Dandadan is officially getting an anime. I know for a fact that this book has been blowing up.
Isn't that the manga where the male lead gets his balls stolen?
I don't know.
You know the most interesting facts.
I don't know what happens, but Dandadan has been blowing up. The book has been blowing up for the last 2 years. I read the pilot. I read the first chapter, and this book is a little nuts, but it's pretty. But the premise is pretty brilliant. I'm looking forward to the anime. I'm considering. I've been wanting to read the book more thoroughly. I just haven't had time or made time to read it. But Isaac, have you read Dandadan?
No, I have only heard of it.
Interesting.
Do you know the premise?
You just might be putting lies out there then.
I swear I've heard something about that happening.
Now I'm going to be disappointed if I don't see something like that.
If you don't see a guy missing balls, really? That's going to be disappointing.
I'm going to be down. Like, Isaac told me this was the one. This is the one where it gets snatched.
He needs to lose his balls. No. Isaac, what's your hype level with Dandadan?
Curious out of 10. Because this is supposedly from another apprentice of the Chainsaw Man mangaka. So...
Ooh. Is this from an assistant from Fujimoto?
Yes.
Interesting. Very interesting. Jamie, do you want me to give you the premise, or do you have a thought already? Have you seen the trailer? Do you want me to give you the premise?
I checked it. Yes, he gets his ball stolen.
Oh, all right. There we go.
That's not the important thing here, Isaac.
But yeah, I would love for you. No.
Wow, this stream is going to be taken down. Jamie, do you know the premise?
I don't. I watched the trailer, but I remember like so much going on where I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, the trailer is not a story trailer. It's just like a lot of flashy lights. Mm-hmm. So Momo is obsessed with ghosts, which is the young lady,
Mm-hmm.
and Alcaron believes in aliens, not ghosts, which is the kid. The two make a bet on who is actually right. So what happens is he dares her to go to this building where apparently a bunch of people have gotten abducted and tested by aliens. And she dares him to go to this tunnel where apparently there's a ghost there. So the crazy thing is that they're both right. Aliens exist and ghosts exist. And the worst things that could happen to either of them happen.
Also, I double-checked. He was an assistant for Mr. Chainsaw Man, so...
Okay, for Fujimoto. Nice. And at the end of the crazy night where they both discover that both things are true, he ends up getting cursed.
Ooh.
And she has to help him get rid of the curse. And that's kind of like the basic premise. And they're literally going through the world together, forcibly together, to try and get rid of his curse and learn about ghosts and learn about aliens. But the reason why this has like a rom-com twist to it is because she always said that she would want to fall in love with a guy with a particular name, and he's named that way. It's just like a chance encounter, but it's a nice comedy romantic dynamic, but there is a shonen battle element to it because of the ghosts and the aliens and how they explore all that. It's a very solid first issue. It's a pretty solid first issue, which is why I'm considering reading more of it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna check it out. I'm putting it at a 6 out of 10.
Nice.
I'm checking out screenshots that AJ sent on the book talk thread, and I'm just, yeah, he's a Fujimoto assistant, that's for certain.
What is your hype level, Isaac? You're still curious out of 10, or do you have a number?
Yeah, curious out of 10.
Nice. I'm excited. Guys,
Good year.
we've done the thing. And this is just the first 4 months of anime
Oh my
coming out
god.
now.
It is?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. This is like the first 4 months. Like there's a lot more coming out.
I don't have enough time.
I mean, I don't think any of us is gonna watch all of these, but we're gonna try and watch our most hyped. But more importantly, we want to know, what are your guys' most hyped anime of this season? What are you excited about? What do you not care about? What are you sad? Let's talk about that. I think we're all sad that there hasn't been a Sakamoto Days anime announcement, because the book is amazing. I'm almost caught up.
Rumors that there will be one forever, but
yeah, I've been getting trying to get caught up with it. I'm almost at chapter 100, and it's still pretty good and funny. Mike, yes, you need to finish Psalm.
That's very good.
You need to finish Psalm. It is so good. It is so good. And for those that want a little bit of of how much Psalm you're getting in season 1, guys, season 1 is the first 5 volumes of Psalm 100. So they've covered a lot of ground. And I'm telling you right now, it only gets better. I've read all the way to what's going to be volume number 13. Psalm 100, it's still so good.
Nice.
And a lot of cool characters are added to the cast, so keep watching Psalm. It's great.
Very fun.
Guys, you got anything else? I think we've done the thing. It's been a great episode.
No.
I would love to have Fire Force come back this year. Fire Force is an another anime actually, where I was like, man, why do I want to watch an anime about firefighters? But now I've been thinking about it for years. I'm like, what is it coming back? I want to see more.
Need it.
Oh man,
that's awesome.
I would love for that to happen.
I have one thing that I can talk about, but this is about the list. Although I have created a Reddit thread for this channel, so for those that are interested, we have a Reddit that you guys can go in and join and discuss anime with each other.
Nice.
And all.
I'll have to put in the
I will
description.
have that. I am going to link that now and then start having it in the link down below.
Very nice. If you love what we do here at the Amateur Otaku podcast, where we cover anime every week in shorts and video and live stream format, make sure you click that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Click the bell for notifications so you don't miss any announcement of streams, so you don't miss any episodes, so you don't miss any of Epic shorts. Make sure you subscribe. And thank you, because we're almost at 200 subscribers. You guys are amazing.
I can also give an announcement that Cell episode is going live on Monday.
Woo! Let's go!
Let's go!
Those were a lot of fun.
You guys are awesome. Stay awesome. Keep watching anime, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye!
Bill Clinton's right nipple!
Where are the testicles?